Hey guys, how's it going? So a couple weeks ago I proposed a video where I asked this question about whether or not there could be one thing that connects all things in existence in a way that they all exist. Well, this week what I'm going to consider is yes. The Catholic understanding of what God is that He is that thing. That at the beginning of all things, something had to have set things in motion. Many people think of like a stopwatch, where if the stopwatch, its hands move. So if you ask the hands, like, why do you move? So, well, the gear before me moves. If you ask the gear, well, the gear's going to say, well, the gear before me moves. And you can just keep adding as many gears as you want. But eventually you'll need something that can move the gear, because a gear cannot move without something moving it. Eventually you'll get to a thing, a spring. And if you ask the spring why you move, it'll say, well, that's what I do. Because that's what I'm made to do. That's how I function. That is what Catholics consider God to be. That if you look at anything that exists and say, why do you exist? Well, it's because something caused me to exist. I can't make myself exist. But if you ask God why He exists, what causes God to exist, He'll say, I do. This is the fundamental point behind Him saying, I am who am. That God is the one who exists by His nature. He's the spring at the start of it all. So the question is then, how does this stand in contrast to many modern principles based in a philosophical school of thought called existentialism, which posits that a thing is what it is only because a greater mental power or a greater conception, a mind that can conceive of it, conceives it to be what it is. And generally considers that there's nothing greater than us. So what conceives us into being what we are? Well, if there is this one principle that causes all things that exist to exist, then could it not be that thing that causes us to be what we are?